Good afternoon, and welcome to another match of the 2023 Okaloosa Schools Academic Tournament. This year we have 7 schools from Okaloosa County going head-to-head in a double elimination tournament. These standout students will be displaying their knowledge of math, science, history, fine arts and literature, pop culture, and more to determine our tournament champion for 2023. I'm your host and moderator, Stella Verswyveld. Lisa Nall will be our timekeeper and scorekeeper, while Eirik Zeller-Bernal and Nathan Fiorino will serve as our chief judges and make the final decisions on all things official. Eirik Zeller-Bernal is a flight test engineer. With a background in mechanical engineering and optimization techniques, he works on the test and evaluation of air-to-ground weapons at Eglin Air Force Base. Nathan Fiorino is a first lieutenant in the United States Air Force, working as a developmental engineer in the Armament Directorate at Eglin Air Force Base. This is his first assignment as an active duty officer. He has a background in aerospace engineering with a bachelor's from The Ohio State University and a master's from the Air Force Institute of Technology. Our teams today are from Choctawhatchee High School and Rocky Bayou Christian School. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our different Okaloosa schools, and we'll be back shortly to introduce our coaches and our teams. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and introduce our coaches and team members for today's match. From Choctawhatchee High School, our coach is Miss Carol Burnich, and our team members are
Thomas Correnti, Jr.
Isabella Negrone, Senior.
Leora Fallon, Junior.
AJ Burnich, Freshman.
And from Rocky Bayou Christian School, our coaches are Michael and Julie Mosley, and our team members are
Delaney Weisbrook, Jr.
Christopher Sealing, Jr.
Scarlett Stevens, Jr.
Alejandro Alvarez, Freshman.
All right, let's get started with the first question. The subject is social sciences. Zeus gave her 3 special gifts: a javelin that never missed its target, a magic dog that always captured its prey, and a bronze robot named Talos who served as her guardian. The oldest of her 3 sons, with Zeus, became king of Crete. Name this Phoenician princess carried off to Crete by Zeus while he had the form of a bull, who is now the namesake of both a chemical...
Europa.
That is correct. Your bonus is in literature. Give these words from definitions in British writer Samuel Johnson's 1755 Dictionary of the English Language. Part A, a shepherd or clergyman who has the care of a flock. It's 6 letters.
Pastor.
That is correct. Part B, the slime at the bottom of still waters. It's 3 letters.
Mud.
Mud.
That is correct. Toss-up number 2 is in science. Pencils and paper ready. A 12-liter sample of ideal gas at 300 Kelvin is under a pressure of 1.5 atmospheres. Give the volume of the sample if the temperature is increased to 400 Kelvin and the pressure is doubled to 3 atmospheres. Time's up. The answer was 8 liters. Toss-up number 3 is in literature. American poet Anne Sexton, Japanese writer Yukio Mishima, British writer Virginia Woolf, and American writer Ernest Hemingway all died by what method?
Suicide.
That is correct. Your bonus is in history. Answer these about World War I and its aftermath. Part A. Winston Churchill was held responsible for this disastrous campaign on the Dardanelles Peninsula that is marked in Australia each year by Anzac Day?
Gallipoli.
Excuse me.
Gallipoli. Gallipoli.
Gallipoli?
Gallipoli.
Gallipoli?
I believe.
I defer to Alejandro.
Gallipoli.
That is correct.
Dog, I said it 3
Part
times.
B. The German writers Goethe and Schiller created a 1700s literary movement centered in this city where the German National Assembly met in the aftermath of the war.
Nuremberg.
No.
That's
No,
World War
it's
II.
Yeah. Munich.
Munich or Berlin.
Let's do Munich. Okay. Munich.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Weimar. Toss-up number 4 is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Susanna is 3 years older than her brother Jonathan. How old is Susanna if the sum of their ages is 37? Rocky.
20.
That is correct. Your bonus is in fine arts. He composed a set of symphonic dances based on the music from his West Side Story. Part A. Name this American composer.
Oh my gosh.
Lenny.
Start with an. I mean, that's yeah, sure. Or
Yeah.
Sondheim.
I'm sorry?
Sondheim.
That is incorrect.
Yes,
The name was Leonard Bernstein.
Yeah.
Part B. In this section of the piece that has a Latin feel, the orchestra and sometimes the audience shout out the name of the section twice.
Yeah. Never seen it.
Olay.
No? It's Mambo.
Sounds so gringo.
Mambo. Okay, toss-up number 5 is in history. This country's first president was Ramon Freire in 1827. Its presidents in the last 50 years have included Michelle Bachelet and Sebastian Piñera. Name the South American country whose new president, Gabriel Boric, is the country's first leftist president since 1973, when Salvador Allende was removed from power. Rocky.
Chile.
That is correct. Your bonus is in science. Carl Landsteiner won a Nobel Prize in medicine for his study of human blood. Part A. He found that human blood has this number of types.
4.
Yeah.
4.
That is correct. Part B. Late in life, he discovered this factor in human blood that is also found in one species of monkey. If you have that factor in your blood, you're positive, else you're negative.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Hemoglobin.
No. The answer was RH factor. Okay, toss-up number 6 is in fine arts. After learning to make jewelry and furniture as a high school student, his artworks as an adult included a corncob chandelier for a corn room, as well as a painting of the birthplace of his fellow Iowan, Herbert Hoover. Name this regionalist artist who featured a woman standing next to a man with a pitchfork in his 1930 painting, American Gothic.
Smith.
And that is incorrect. The answer was Grant Wood.
I was gonna say wood.
He was the first chief journalist the U.S. Coast Guard ever had, though this writer's first book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X, wasn't published until after his Coast Guard retirement. Name this black writer whose unfinished book, Queen, a fictionalized story of his ancestors, was a sequel to his most famous novel, Roots.
Time.
That answer was Alex Haley. Alex Haley.
I was going to say.
Okay. The toss-up number 7 is in science. In astronomy, this radiation is defined by having a photon energy greater than 100,000 electron volts. Identify this type of radiation created as a result of radioactive decay that is most commonly stopped by a lead shield before it damages your internal organs and is named for the third letter of the Greek alphabet. Choctaw.
Uranium.
No, that is incorrect. Rocky, do you have an answer?
Gamma rays.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in language arts. Spell these words from the National Spelling Bee's list of words of the champions. Part A, Rembrandt, a great Dutch painter.
Did you get this?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, good.
I defer to Scarlett.
Rembrandt. Rembrandt.
That is correct.
Chris,
Part B, Cetology, the study of whales.
I have no idea.
Sure. I defer to Scarlett.
Cetology. Citology.
And that is incorrect. The answer is Cetology. Toss-up number 8 is a miscellaneous subject. Surprisingly, no song featured in this man's 2022 unfortunate return of his ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour is a parody of anyone else's material. Identify this singer, famed for his takeoffs on hits by the Greg Kihn Band, the Backstreet Boys, the Kinks, and Michael Jackson, who is played by Daniel Radcliffe.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yep, that's right. Your bonus is in social sciences. Complete the titles of these parables told by Jesus. Part A, the 10 blank.
The 10.
This is
There's 10 commandments. Listen, there's 10 commandments and there's 10 something.
10
Like 10 talents.
talents.
That is incorrect. It's the 10 virgins. Part B, the barren blank tree.
Fig.
Fig. Yeah. Fig.
That is correct.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
All right, toss-up number 9 is in literature. British author Edward Lear wrote more than 200 poems in this form that contains 3 metric feet in each of the 3 lines and 2 metric feet in each of the other 2. Identify this poetic form sharing its name with a city in Ireland whose 5 lines may begin with, "There was an old man from New York." Choctaw.
Limerick.
That is correct. Bonus number 9 is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Function W is 3x minus 4. Function Y is 4x plus 6. And function Z is x cubed. Calculate the values of these composite functions. W of Z of 2. That is correct. Part B, W of Y of Z of negative 1.
Negative 22.
No, that is incorrect. The answer was 2. All right, that's the end of the first half. We'll be back with the score after these messages. Okay, welcome back. We have a halftime score of Choctaw 20, Rocky Bayou 120. We have no substitutions, so we'll get on with the second half. All right. The next toss-up question is in math. Pencils and paper ready. In slope-intercept form, give the equation of the line between the points -5 and 8 and 4 and -10. Rocky.
Y is equal to -2x minus 2.
That is correct. Okay, your bonus is in history. Answer these about Barack Obama's 8-year administration. Part A. This car maker created the Chevy Volt as part of its exit from bankruptcy.
General Motors.
Sure. This sounds good.
I don't.
Okay. General Motors.
That is correct. Part B. Obama appointed this first Hispanic woman to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Is that Elena Kagan or something?
No, it's like she's like really new. She.
Sonia Sotomayor?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I defer to Scarlett.
Sonia Sotomayor?
That is correct. All right, the next toss-up question is in social sciences. Named home of the bear by the Cheyenne Indians, this formation that can be climbed using the Durant's route was first visited by white people in 1859 who were on their way to Yellowstone. Name this first U.S. national monument featured in the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind that is located above the Belle Fourche River in Wyoming. Rocky.
Devil's Tower.
That is correct. Your bonus is a miscellaneous subject. Identify these Justice League comic book superheroes from their real names as shown on Hershey candy wrappers in 2022. Part A, John Stewart.
John Stewart. Yeah, Green Lantern. Yeah.
Okay. Green Lantern.
That's correct. Part B, Arthur Curry.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Okay. Aquaman.
That is also correct. The next question is in fine arts. Festivals celebrating this musical style include those in Consberg, Norway, Lake George, New York, Montreux, Switzerland, Monterey, California, and Newport, Rhode Island. Identify this style whose other festivals include one named for trumpet great Bix Beiderbecke and another named for vibraphone legend Lionel Hampton.
Jazz.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in literature. This author was a California farm worker between his years as a student at Stanford. Part A. Name this American Nobel laureate whose stories about farm workers include The Grapes of Wrath.
Steinbeck.
That is correct. Part B. This Steinbeck story tells of the migrant farm workers George and Lenny.
Of Mice and Men, is that by him?
Maybe. Of Mice and Men.
That is also correct. The next question is in science. This substance is the product of reactions involving serpentine, dolomite, or chlorite, and quartz. This material found in soapstone is considered a solid lubricant and made of hydrated magnesium silicate. Name this softest material on the Mohs scale.
Talc.
Sorry?
Talc.
Yes, that is correct. Your bonus is in history. Answer these about the historical settings of Rowan Atkinson's classic Blackadder sitcom. Part A. The first season was set in 1485 after the death of this last York king at the Battle of Bosworth Field.
Henry the Fourth.
This is what I'm thinking.
Okay. Henry the Fourth.
No, it's Richard III. Part B. The third season was set during the Regency from 1810 to 1820, the last 10 years of this British king's reign.
George
III. Yeah. King George III.
That is correct. Okay, the next question is in language arts. This word comes from the last name of Nicholas, a character in an 1831 French play known for his devotion to Napoleon. Though this word still describes anyone who is excessively patriotic and who looks negatively on those from other countries, what word today most often precedes pig in describing a man who thinks of...
Chauvinistic.
That is correct. Your bonus is in science. Identify these metals. Part A. Blue glass contains this metal whose radioactive 60 isotope is used in medicine.
Copper.
Mercury.
No. The answer is cobalt. Part B. When combined with oxygen, it can create a cubic crystal form that looks like a diamond.
Carbon.
Zinc. Zinc?
Zinc.
Could zinc.
No. It's zirconium.
Oh, that's what I meant. Like in my head.
Okay, the next toss-up question is in history. This U.S. state's official 25-cent piece shows the year 1788 when it joined the Union. One of the state's nicknames is attributed to England's King Charles II, who called it his loyal Old Dominion when he took the throne in 1660. Identify this southern state whose quarter features the 3 ships that in 1607 brought the first British settlers.
Virginia.
That is correct. Your bonus is in fine arts. He built more than 50 replacement churches after the Great Fire of London in 1666, as well as St. Paul's Cathedral. Part A. Name this renowned British architect.
Wren. Yeah. Wren.
That is correct. Part B. Wren designed the original part of this Greenwich building where John Flamsteed lived as the first astronomer royal.
Westminster.
Telescope building.
What's the word for that? Oh, the observatory.
Yes, that is correct.
What?
Your next question is a miscellaneous subject. Pencils and paper ready. Calculate the earned run average of a baseball pitcher who in 198 innings pitched gives up 77 earned runs.
Time.
Okay, the answer was 3.5. The next question is in math. This word that comes from the Latin for fourth can describe a set of 3 numbers that divide a set of data points into 4 parts.
Quartiles.
That is correct. Your bonus is in science. Answer these about sound. Part A. Sound travels in this form, defined as a disturbance that travels through space and matter, transferring energy.
Waves.
That is correct. Part B. Sound cannot travel through this type of space that contains no matter, giving rise to the phrase, "In space, no one can hear you scream."
Vacuum.
That is also correct. Your next question is in social sciences. This store chain began in the early 1900s in Seattle by selling only shoes. When the chain expanded to also selling other clothing, those stores added the word best for a few years to their names. Identify this chain of luxury clothing stores whose clearance locations are called blank rack.
Nordstrom.
That is correct. Your bonus is in math. Pencils and paper ready. Dividing the polynomial x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 2x plus 21 by x squared plus 2x plus 3 leaves ax squared plus bx plus c. Give the values of part A. Give the value of A.
Okay. Oh. Give me a number.
4.
4. 2. Give me a number.
2.
Okay, 2.
No, the answer is 1. Part B, give the value for B.
4.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay, 4.
No, it's -4. All right, that's the end of the match. We'll be back in a few minutes to announce the final score.
I chose to come to collegiate high school because you get free college and your high school diploma at the same time, and that's the best opportunity for any high school student.
I wanted to grow as an individual, and so I decided to move here to not be grouped into these different categories that you'd find in like traditional high schools.
I came to collegiate because I wanted to get used to college work and just being in a college environment before I actually move on to a bigger university.
The thing that makes Collegiate High different from other schools in Okaloosa County is that we're a small school. Students that attend the Collegiate High School are not just a number. We know students by name because of the small school atmosphere.
So what's great about this school is that all the faculty are here to help you.
They want them to excel in their academic life and personal life.
At the other schools, I felt like I wasn't quite being challenged enough in all the fields, but here it's like, you have teachers that teach you well, and they teach you what's going to be applied in the future.
Many students think that if you go to collegiate, you can't play sports, you can't be in music, you can't be a high school student, but I still went to homecoming. I still went to the football games, I had fun with all my friends, and collegiate doesn't take that away from you. It adds on to your amazing personality.
In order to be successful at Collegiate High School, motivation, student motivation. You have to be academically motivated because you'll be academically challenged.
But when you go to a university, they'll see that you're dedicated and you're willing to take the course load that you'll be taking.
Let's say if you come one thought. This thought is that you are unstoppable. Because if you come here thinking, there's going to be too much work, there will be. It's not an easy school, it's a tough school. But you're going to come, and if you come thinking that nothing will stop, you will be successful, and you will be a college student.
Okay, we have a final score of Choctaw 20, Rocky Bayou 310. Thank you to all the students who participated in today's match, and thank you viewers for tuning in to watch this exciting event. We'd also like to thank our corporate sponsors, Microsystems Incorporated and Master Wall Incorporated. Stay tuned next time for further tournament action. Thank you and good night.